Before the Great Pyramids of Egypt were built, a mysterious ancient civilization created something totally impossible now. Welcome to History Now Studios. Today we blend our original dark mythology with an absolutely staggering historical fact. In the dusty hills of modern Turkey lies a massive archaeological site that shatters our entire understanding of the past. This ancient place is called Göbekli Tepe, a vast and complex temple built over 11,000 years ago by human hands. For decades, historians firmly believed that humans had to invent farming before they could construct massive stone sites. But the builders of Göbekli Tepe were simple nomadic hunter-gatherers wandering through the very harsh and ancient world. They possessed no metal tools, no wheels, and absolutely no written language to guide their incredibly complex stonework. Yet they somehow managed to carve and transport massive limestone pillars weighing up to 20 tons across the rough land. These enormous T-shaped pillars were arranged in giant circles, completely dominating the desolate ancient landscape today. Carved into the towering stone pillars are terrifying images of dangerous predators like fierce lions and deadly dark snakes. What dark gods or terrifying ancient spirits were these nomadic people trying to appease with such an unbelievable temple? The intricate carvings suggest a deeply complex mythology, completely lost to the relentless and unforgiving march of time. Were they performing grim rituals under the stars, offering heavy sacrifices to protect themselves from the brutal winter? Göbekli Tepe proves that the deep human desire to worship actually came long before the massive invention of agriculture. It was the intense need to gather and build this grand temple that forced them to eventually settle and invent new farming. Religion itself sparked the dawn of modern civilization, changing the entire destiny of the ancient human race permanently. But the absolute deepest mystery of Göbekli Tepe is not just how it was built, but exactly how it was safely left behind. After thousands of years of continuous use, the ancient builders made a very deliberate and highly baffling final decision. They intentionally buried the entire massive temple complex under thousands of tons of dirt and heavy rubble before leaving. Why would a thriving ancient society completely erase their greatest architectural triumph from the dark face of the world? Were they desperately hiding their sacred site from a violent invading force that threatened to destroy their dark history? Or did a massive, terrifying shift in their profound ancient beliefs demand that the great stone temple be swallowed whole? In our original fantasy universes, we often imagine ancient mages burying cursed artifacts to protect the world from magic. But in real history, this massive burial perfectly preserved the giant stone pillars for over 10,000 very long years. Only a very tiny fraction of this staggering archaeological site has been successfully excavated by modern scientists today. Massive ground-penetrating radar reveals that dozens more of these giant circular temples remain deeply buried in the dirt. What other incredible and absolutely terrifying ancient secrets are still waiting silently in the deep shadows of the earth? Göbekli Tepe challenges our arrogance, proving that our ancient ancestors were incredibly brilliant and deeply resourceful. They were not simple savages, but master architects who fully understood the profound weight of massive stone and deep time. Their magnificent creation forces us to completely rewrite the entire history of human progress from the very beginning now. The vast timeline of human civilization is far older and infinitely more complex than we ever dared to imagine in the past. We must humbly accept that history is not a straight line, but a beautifully twisted labyrinth filled with dark dead ends. At History Now Studios, we explore deep historical anomalies to fuel our incredibly epic and absolutely dark mythologies. Real ancient history is often much stranger and profoundly more terrifying than any fictional story we could ever invent now. The silent stone pillars of Göbekli Tepe stand as a massive testament to the enduring power of the absolute human spirit. They whisper a dark, ancient warning that even the most magnificent monuments can easily be swallowed by the shifting dirt. Every civilization ultimately faces the devastating test of time, and very few leave such an immortal mark on the dark earth. Imagine standing among those giant stones 11,000 years ago, staring up at a sky completely free of light pollution. You would feel the overwhelming presence of dark gods and the truly terrifying vastness of an entirely untamed ancient earth. The intense awe and absolute terror they felt is the exact same emotion that drives our deep fascination with history today. We are fiercely searching for a profound connection to the brilliant adults who walked this earth long before we arrived here. The grand mystery of Göbekli Tepe continues to challenge brilliant scholars and brave explorers across the entire global world. What profound ancient secrets will be expertly unearthed next, and how will they completely change our understanding of time? Always keep your mind completely open to the impossible, for the true history of humans is still being written in the dirt. Thank you for watching History Now Studios today. Subscribe for more true historical mysteries and epic dark fantasy lore.